What's up, my fellow Sagittarians? Welcome, guys. Thank you for joining me for a moment, Becky's House of Cards. I hope you're having a phenomenally blessed day. And please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Set that notification bell down below so you always know when the next video does go live. Are you guys ready to go down the rabbit hole with me today in a reading regards to what can you heal to allow love in? This is focused on you, not a love prediction. This is focused on what's blocking you from receiving love in this time, okay? So a couple of things here. There might be a lot more noise than you're used to. Don't worry about that. Things are good. And yeah, I got some frequencies playing, and it has been a doozy today. So we'll see what's going on. I've got 2 new oracle decks that will be making a debut. They've already come out, so if you guys have watched some of my older readings, then you know what they are. If not, then you'll just see them for the first time today. So welcome one and all, and thank you for joining me. But let's see what it is that we can give you information-wise. What messages, source, do you have for Sagittarius? How can we help them through love? What blocks are they having with love? How can we help them open these blocks up so they can let love in for Sagittarius? How can we help them open up the blocks and let love in? How can we help them release and let love in? What messages do you have for Sagittarius in regards to love? What's blocking them from letting the love in that they desire, source? What messages do you have for Sagittarius, guys? You guys are Sagittarius now, okay. What messages do you have for Sagittarius in regards to love? How can they open up and let love in? What messages do you have for them? How can they open up and let love in? How can they open up and let love in? What messages do you have for Sagittarius? Alright, let's see what comes out. What messages do you have for Sagittarius? How can we help them open up and let love in? Thank you, source. Alright, got 2 cards coming out. What other messages do you have for Sagittarius? How can they open up and let love in, source? Thank you. Alright. Sorry, guys. I'm in such a goofy mood right now. I'm not going to apologize for being goofy. I take that back. Alright. Alright, Sag. Got the 6 of Cups in the reverse on the bottom. Interesting energy to start with, but let's see what comes out. Okay, we have the Chariot in the reverse. We have the Knight of Cups in the reverse. We have the 2 of Swords in the reverse, I believe. Let me just check on this really quick. You guys could be dealing with a Scorpio, a Cancer, or a Libra. You don't have to be. Those are just the energies coming out here. Yeah, it's in the reverse. Okay. I'm going to get a clarifying card for the Chariot in reverse and the Knight of Cups in reverse. May I please have a clarifying card for the Chariot in reverse for Sagittarius, source? May I please have a clarifying card? Thank you. Okay, and then may I please have a clarifying card for the Knight of Cups in reverse for Sagittarius? Okay, they want this one. They wouldn't let me leave that one alone. What do we got on the bottom here? Okay, we have the 10 of Wands in the reverse. Alright. And you guys are feeling it right now, that's for sure. What do we got here? Okay, we have the Lovers in the upright, and we have the 10 of Swords in the upright. This is being highlighted here. Alright, good news. Regardless of the broken heart, the dealings that you're dealing with, you guys are on the path to success. There's things opening up for you. There's a lot of burdens that are coming through right now, though, including continuous failed relationships, Sagittarius. You feel hopeless. Look, 6 is a very powerful number for you, okay? This is in the reverse. This is saying that you're not, like, you're spending money right now like it's going out of style, right? Like, you're not paying attention to your finances. You're very much in this energy of not listening to what's reasonable for your finances, because you keep having failed relationships, and it's frustrating for you, right? It's frustrating for you, and the reason I feel like you're spending all your money is because you feel so weighed down by responsibilities, and you feel like at this time, Sagittarius, that you're not going to have any fun. Like, it's so you're spending your money on having fun, and it's interesting. I'm seeing a circle in this card right now as I'm looking at it through the lens. it's showing me a circle, and I feel like this is it's continual for you. It's like it's never ending. It's like you do one thing, but then another thing makes you feel like more weighed down. And so it's like a cycle, and it's having to do right now with your finances, and your finances are so burdened because you may have a family with somebody, and your responsibilities are taking care of your family, and that's honorable and understanding, Sagittarius. But what's happening is that you're putting yourself so much on the back burner that you really are miserable. You're miserable here, and you're feeling spiritually defeated, right? Feeling like, why can't I ever have a balanced relationship? Why do I feel like, regardless if you're man or woman, you're the one that's putting in all the work? You're the one that's putting in all the work. And so when you get your money, it's like, you know what? I'm the one that spent all this time working. I spent all this time working to bring in and to pay the bills and to make sure the kids have food, make sure you have food, make sure there's food on the table, a roof on our heads, clothes on our backs, okay? That's the energy here. And what is spiritually defeating you? Well, whoever's in your life. It could be a Gemini. It could be a Cancer. It could be a Scorpio. Heavy Gemini energy is coming through right now, okay? Heavy Scorpio energy. This could be a Gemini with a Scorpio moon or rising, or this could be a Scorpio with a Gemini moon or rising, okay? It doesn't have to be. It's just that's what's coming out. So there's like this defeat. It's like you feel chained to the situation. You feel like there's nothing that you can do to get out of it. Like I said, that's what is making me feel like there's kids involved here. It's like there's nothing. And look, you have 6 and 7, but your 7's reversed. Okay, 666 is coming out on the table. You don't think very good thoughts about yourself, Sag. It's like I feel like you may be talking to other people, and you're not. You're not dealing with the things at home. It's like to run away, you may be talking to other people. And I'm not here pointing the finger, okay? I completely understand. I get this. I get this because it's like you feel like at home you're not being listened to. You feel like you're not getting the love that you've been promised. It's like I see a wedding ring. Okay, that just popped into my head right now, a wedding ring. Like again, I feel like a ball and chain. I feel like it's like you feel so much involved with waiting on this person hand and foot. And it's like not that you're the one scrubbing the floors and stuff like that. It's like literally you feel like the burden of taking care of everything is on your shoulders. And it's frustrating. Like there's so much frustration coming through this, and it's like you don't want to leave because you feel like all of your relationships are just going to be indicative of this. Like completely failed again and again and again. It's like, why? It's like this is repetition of bad relationships because you're not showing yourself any self-love. And spending your money, like, let me tell you, Sag, spending your money out of control is not going to make you feel better about yourself, okay? It's not. It's not going to make you feel more grounded. It's not going to make you feel better because you went and you got whatever it was that you thought you wanted, because as soon as you buy it, that void just kind of pops back up again, and it's like you're trying to fill it with stuff, and no stuff is going to fill that up. It's just going to make you feel even worse. Okay, I lived this. I lived this story out here that's on the table for a long time. You know, the famous thing is like the bills would come up and the famous answer is, oh, next week. We'll pay them the next time we get paid, right? And that's what I feel like is happening with you. It's like I would not have mentioned this if they hadn't have shown this picture to me in my own head, showing me that that's exactly what you're going through right now. It's like you'd rather pay the bills next week, but next week never comes. It's like next week comes, but then it's like, oh, let's put them off until next week. And you really put them off until it's like you either have to make a decision. It's like you pay them or you lose something, right? And that's the energy that's coming through, and you're exhausted. You're exhausted from this. Like, I know I said you're on the path to a good outcome. Okay, you are. You're on the path to a good outcome, but what's your block? This energy right here is telling. This is a huge block for you. You have blocked out standing up for yourself. You've blocked out being the person that's, you know, the one that sticks up for you. Look, this is your energy saying you feel weighed down. Like you are not telling this person that's in your life to pick up some of the responsibility. You may feel guilty for trying to have them pick up some of the responsibility. You may have given your word that you were going to be the one that picks up all the responsibility. But Sagittarius, sometimes that's unreasonable, right? Sometimes that's unreasonable. Like, we put too much pressure on ourselves thinking that we can handle it all. And, you know, if there's kids involved, maybe that's why. It's like, oh, well, you stay at home with the kids. Whether you're a man or woman, it doesn't matter. It's like, maybe you had the better paying job and you're like, why don't you stay at home and take care of the kids? But when you come home, the house is a disaster because all they do is they're on their phone or watching TV all day long, and they're not helping you take care of the house. They're not helping you really take care of anything, and they're barely there for the kids. They're not taking the kids anywhere. It's like, and when they do take the kids somewhere, it's like all they want to do is wait until you're home because they want to go as a family, but it's like you're too tired to go. Like, do you see what I'm saying? Like, this is very specific. So this may just be for one or two of you guys. This may be a situation that's not involving kids, but that's resonating with you on a deeper level. Again, you know your situation. This is a general reading for the whole Sagittarius collective. So understanding your natal chart is very important here. It may be that another sign might resonate with you better because you have your natal placements, your moon and your rising, like I mentioned here, in a different sign. So well, what I'm seeing here for Sagittarius direct, again, your energy coming out here is saying this, is that you're spent. You're spent with your coin. You're spent with your love. You have no emotional attachment to this situation. In fact, all this situation brings, it's like, I feel like you guys are staying in it because for both of you guys, okay, this is both of you guys here. This, when the Knight of Cups comes out in reverse, this is saying I'm going to stick with it so that I appear a certain way. Shallow love. Okay? Already in the upright, for me, the Knight of Cups is very shallow because his cup is so shallow. But when he's in the reverse, this is saying I'm only sticking with it because I need to appear a certain way. And that's what I'm fighting. It's like, for you to be clarified by the Ten of Swords in the upright, for you, you're fighting this. You're like, do I really want to just stick with this and be this person, or should I leave? Like, this is in your head all the time. You're like, if I left, I feel like I'd be happier, but then I have all this responsibility, and your responsibility keeps making you go back. 1010 is a very powerful number for you. Now, 1010 for me is that it's the number of completing a cycle with change, right? So you may need to weigh your options here, Sagittarius. This is repetitive of a wound from your childhood. And I feel like maybe you had a relationship before this relationship that was almost the exact same thing. Maybe a different scenario, but the energy of it's very, very much the same. And I feel like you haven't healed from that. But why do you feel defeated? It's because of this relationship. Like I said, I feel like there's an energy here of being pulled in two different directions, talking to somebody new, but you know you have to stay at home because you have somebody at home. And I'm not here to judge you and say, no, Sagittarius, you shouldn't do that. Your life, your decision, okay? I get it. I'm not going to say I've never done the same thing. I have done that too. But above all of this, one thing I would recommend, and it's just a recommendation, it's not a set in stone or anything, I would recommend pulling away from all of it, altogether, for a little bit. And really weigh yourself in this. Not wanting to be with somebody else right away and not staying in a situation that's not serving you. This is about coming in tune with your own heart and finding out what you like. Because I feel like you don't even know what you like. You may have hobbies and stuff like that, but I feel like when it comes to the things that you like to do, you don't even know what to suggest because you're too busy trying to make others happy. And that's definitely one of the responsibilities coming through here. It's like, I have to make them happy. And when I ensure that they're happy, then one day I'll be happy. Well, one day will never come, Sagittarius. One day will never come. This is a broken heart. You're brokenhearted in this. And you're trying to find balance by filling the void with stuff. And if this is a divorce situation, what's happening is that you're trying to buy your children's love, and you have to understand they're going to love you more when you make memories with them and not buy things for them. So taking that money and maybe taking them to the amusement park, or taking them, on a camping trip, or taking them to the ice castle, whatever is in your area, it doesn't matter. I have people watching me from all over the world, so wherever you're at, just really truly finding a way to get back in touch with your spirituality, to get back in touch with your heart. You know, not being so angry at the situation. It just happened. Okay? It's not, you didn't cause anything. This other person didn't cause anything. Just sometimes what happens is you think it's a good fit. And then after you get settled down with them, you realize, oh, like, we really aren't as good together as I thought we were. But don't just stay in something, Sagittarius, because you feel like it's what you're supposed to do. There's a lot of guilt that's tied to this. A lot of, like, that's where I feel like this Ten of Swords is really coming from. This is emotional anguish and exhaustion and overwhelm and fighting a battle. Like, you're fighting a battle with somebody at home, and then you're also fighting a battle within yourself. And that's what Source is saying. Like, I never created this situation for you to stay in misery for your whole life just because someone says you're supposed to. Right? It's okay for you to move on. It's okay for you to find happiness within yourself. You have to. You really have to. It's not going to be a bad thing. Look at that. What came out? Fear. Number 38. Hyena. Yeah, exactly. You're on the path to a positive outcome. Look, dog, companionship on the bottom. Like, you need to find somebody who's more of a companion than someone who's a lover. Okay? Like, there's a need for companionship here. It's like you don't even have a friend in this person. You're not a friend to yourself. You're just here because of responsibility. And if you look at this card, it's going from a poverty mindset into a mindset of abundance. This is about you changing your mind and knowing that things will work out for you, but you have to let go of the fear that's connected to the lack that you see right now. There's a lot of lack in your life. There's a lot of lack in this connection. And it's like, if you look at it, so if I were to place this here, it would make perfect sense. This is all your lack. Fighting, fighting, fighting. And then, you know, also this. I'm going to put this over here because I feel like that's a part of it. It's like fighting, feeling weighed down by your responsibilities. Can you let that go for once and just see that not everything is black and white? In order for you to color your life, you have to see things from a positive aspect and let yourself grow and come into the light. Because the more you walk down this darkness, the more you're going to lose yourself. And I feel like that's what you continue to wonder about. It's like, why did I lose myself for this family? Why did I lose myself for my husband and my wife? You know, and it's like, I'm not here saying you should give up on your kids. Please don't take that the wrong way. You have kids, they're dependent on you. Okay, look, what did I say? You need to take some time away and be in a place of solitude. It's not solitary confinement. This is about you just going and being at peace with yourself, with nothing, not the phone, not the computer, not the tablet. This is you going and being out in nature and finding the strength within yourself to deal with those demons that are telling you that you're never going to be deserving of something good in your life. Look, oh my gosh, oh my Lord, I'm so glad this came out. Look, you may be upset right now. This is your energy coming through, okay? You see these faces up here? It looks like two people kissing each other on the cheek. Excuse me, I need a drink. We have volcano of reality, right? You're upset at this reading. You're upset in general with life, but I feel like I've triggered you at some point in this reading, and you feel like you're about to blow and you don't want to listen to me anymore, and I understand that, but understanding that this card is exactly that. It's saying that you may be upset, you may be mad, you may be angry about this situation, but Source is the one playing a hand in this. Source has created this situation so that you could come up out of this lack mindset, the poverty mindset that you've lived in for a long time. I feel like you've lived there for so long and you don't feel like you're worthy of anything better than what you have. And Source is the one that's here teaching you that you are worthy, but I have to put you through the fire. Why do I hear Radshak, Meshach, and Abednego? If you guys are religious, like if you read the Bible, you don't have to be religious to read the Bible, right? Like, if you're very spiritual and you know some of that stuff, but it's like, you know how God saved them from the fire? Like, all of a sudden that story came into my mind, and so I feel like that's exactly what's happening. It's like Source is here burning away the anger, burning away the old belief systems, burning away this old thought process. Why do I feel like this is somebody that doesn't want to get a divorce because you think you're going to look bad in the eyes of the people that you have around you? And that's what Source is telling you. Like, I'm creating this situation and it's getting so volatile. You're not going to be able to stay in it much longer. And it's interesting because it almost looks like one of these faces is a child. At times they look like lovers. At times they look like brothers. At times they look like sisters. But right now it looks like a child. It's like because you're trying to maintain this image. And it's like that's what's so upsetting to you. It's like I have to have this image. Otherwise people are going to disown me. And Source is saying no one's going to disown you. And if they do, they're not meant to be with you. Okay, they're not meant to be in your life. There's something in someone so much better for you, so much more suited for you, but you have to be willing to take on the darkness that's within you and to deal with that. What is it? What's the word? Opposing beliefs. That's what it is. I saw a rope of tug of war and I was trying to figure out what it was that they wanted me to say. But that's what it is, the opposing beliefs. There's an opposing belief here because it's like you want your freedom, but the opposing belief is that you're not allowed your freedom because the marriage, again, the wedding ring is coming out again. It's because of this wedding that you had, and it's like, well, I can't give up on my commitment. And it's like you're not giving up on your commitment if the commitment never was working to begin with. And if you're bringing other people in, are you really staying committed? And I feel like the person that's involved in this is doing the exact same thing, Sagittarius. Like, I feel like they're doing the exact same thing. So it's like you guys are mirroring each other and trying to keep this identity while both of you guys are looking for something to make you happier. And what you're realizing, what hopefully you'll realize soon, is that happiness is not an outside job. Happiness comes from within. All right, you had 2 cards come out. Yeah, I'm gonna read the top one here because I feel like that one's the one for you. We've got 35 and 14. We'll take a look at those in just a minute. And then may I please have a Kuan Yin card for Sagittarius? May I please have one Kuan Yin card, not a stack, not a stack. May I please have one Kuan Yin card for Sagittarius? May I please have one Kuan Yin card for Sagittarius, Source? Be open to your guidance too. I feel like sometimes we're just so frustrated and we're stuck in a situation that, you know, we don't want to hear what it is that people have to say. And that's the thing, is like there's something beautiful here. Yeah, Maiden Magu. We have the number 16 card coming out. So what's this one? Look, speak the language of love. Loving words have the power to change lives, including your own. And what did I say? You're not very loving towards yourself, Sagittarius. You're in this energy of really being rude to yourself and being unkind to yourself. And this is saying, like, don't be unkind to yourself. You're trying to maintain an image that's keeping you in a situation of anger. That's not fair to you. That's not what Source created life to be. Like, you need to get... Wow, I have the hiccups. You need to get in touch with your emotions. And it's cute because there's a little dragon here on this flower that they're sharing, right? And it's like you need to allow your strength to come out and open up to your abundance. We have the feathers here showing that it's time for you to listen to your angels. Don't be afraid to seek assistance. It's like maybe you could try counseling, but if you've tried counseling before, I feel like maybe that hasn't helped before, because a marriage or relationship is a two-way road. Like, one of you cannot do all the work and the other one just gives up. Like, if one is giving up, it's time for you to see what other options you have, because it's not fair for you to keep yourself in a situation that is just hurting you and making you feel useless. So we have 14, ask for help. What do you really need? Be willing to accept support. There is so much support available to you. You only need to ask for help and you will receive it. Let go of fear and pride, as they do not benefit you nor give you what you desire. Perhaps you feel inundated by challenge. Take a minute to think about what you need support with. Evaluating your feelings will enable you to effectively communicate what you want. Asking for help may seem scary and you may feel vulnerable. There are plenty of people who would love to be there for you. It is not demeaning to ask for help. Strength comes from the ability to recognize your personal needs. Release any feelings around being a burden to others. People love to help others, and it really is healthful and smart to ask for help. In this card, a beautiful mermaid sits at the knee of a wise and loving old man. You may recognize the love she feels as he supports the mermaid's needs. The yellow reflecting off the water and the mermaid's hair are calling you to expand your self-awareness. It is important to know when extra help is needed, and I feel like that's exactly what you need right now. Like, you need to know that it's okay to ask for help. I feel like you've tried to do this on your own for so long that you're just, again, you're exhausted. You're strife with pain from this, and it's not fair to you, Sagittarius. There's so much more out there for you, and there's something better that's trying to come in, but you can't even let it come in because you're so stuck in all this negative energy, and Source is telling you if you ask for help, you're on the path to a positive outcome, but you have to let that outcome come in. Then you have, for Kuan Yin, you have the number 16 card, which is 7, which is luck. If you change what it is that you're doing, we have Maiden Magu. It says, the Maiden Magu, goddess of spring, healing, and transformation. Right? We're changing. Source is trying to transform you into something. Brings you assistance now. You are asked to honor that light can come from even the darkest beginnings, beloved one. In fact, sometimes we need to enter into the unknown parts of ourselves to find exactly what we need to grow in peace, creative self-fulfillment, and happiness. The challenge can be to trust that we will arise from this dark place again, just as the spring always follows the winter. Beloved, so too will any inner work with the shadow precede a beautiful rebirth for you. Maiden Magu, an immortal expression of the Divine Mother of the East, now brings you a special message from Kuan Yin. She guides you to trust that if you enter into the darkness of the unknown parts of yourself, you will emerge into light, reassemble and reborn once more. If you are going through chaos in your life because you are allowing yourself to grow, Maiden Magu also reassures you that the order and light will emerge out of the chaos in due course. Have faith and keep growing. In order to grow spiritually, there are times when we simply must delve within and find our shadow. It is easier to perceive the effect of the shadow than the shadow itself. The effect of the shadow is judgment, positive or negative, of another that we do not think is related to us personally. We may mightily admire or despise characteristics or traits in another, yet when such judgments arise, it is a part of us that is seeking to be integrated and expressed, trying to get our attention through our judgment. Noticing our judgments of others is the quickest way to get in touch with the shadow self, trying to grow and heal into our conscious awareness so that we can become more whole, empowered, and divinely delicious as we were always meant to be. This is especially so if the veil, or if Maiden Magu has come. Your judgment might be a strong reaction to a person who seems to be self-centered and self-obsessed. The shadow in the self trying to communicate with you through this judgment might be the part of your own consciousness that wishes to be more supportive of the self. It will no longer allow you to put yourself behind others, but instead encourage you to express yourself and take up your space with presence. Admiring a great talent in another with strong reaction or judgment, positive or negative, might be a part of your own psyche wishing to grow and express itself with similar confidence and freedom too. It can be extremely surprising exactly how many wonders are hiding in the parts of us that we are yet to know consciously. Sometimes there is anger, fear, jealousy, or shame wrapped around those hidden parts of self. If we can be kind, allow the feelings to come up, to pass without fearing them, and then eventually the beauty underneath will reveal itself too. You are being guided by Mother Divine, Kuan Yin, through the Maiden Magu to realize that there is a part of you within that is trying to emerge. You may have judgments of others on one issue or trait that seems to be more repetitive or noticeable of late. You are guided to sense what beauty within you could be underneath these judgments, trying to make its way into your conscious awareness, bringing you more of yourself to enjoy and share with the world. Be patient and open-minded as you wait for your intuition to help you realize what is growing within you, triggering your judgment of another. If it is anger you see in others, it will be strength growing in you. If it is manipulation you see in others, it will be a desire to be direct in your own needs within you that is growing. The shadow holds great beauty within, beloved, and there is no need to fear it. Maiden Magu's special blessing to you is to realize that you will soon enter the spring of rebirth. With this process, entering into the shadow self can feel like growing into a spiritual winter. It can feel dark and alone, delving into the parts of us that we might prefer not to look at too closely. Allow the process that is happening for you to bring more of light, more of you to light. Don't be scared. You might not have been ready to see yourself as an empowered, spiritual, musical, creative, healthy, or talented being in the past, yet now you are more ready for this, so embrace it. Have trust in beloved Kuan Yin that these energies only seek expression when the psyche is ready for it. This card is an indicator that if you've been working on a project, whether it be self-healing or shadow work, or a creative project, or looking to work with children, rebirthing, or creative endeavors more generally, time is fast approaching when this will come together as a new reality for you. Again, bringing up that there are kids involved. This card said everything that I mentioned in the reading. You are on a path to a positive outcome, but you have to allow this transformation to happen within you so that you can grow beyond that. Okay, Sagittarius, this is what I have for you. I'm sending out light and love to you. I know you're going to get out of it, but for now, please like this video, share this video, subscribe to my channel down below, set that notification bell so you always know when the next video does go live. And until next time, go forth boldly, my fellow Sagittarians, and courageously find creative ways to rise above in life, laughter, and love. Until we meet each other again, mwah. Peace out. I love y'all. Bye.